Okay, now we're going to head upstairs and look at some things along the hallway as we go up. So as I said, all of my comics are on shelves all over the house. Some of my favorites and some of my most expensive are actually up on the walls up here. You'll notice some things, if you know anything about comics, that are just, you know, random books that maybe aren't especially, you know, worth a whole lot, but that I just happen to like, you know, like Lex 2000. I'm a huge Lex Luthor fan, and that was a big deal for me. So, you know, a lot of this is just representative of things I like. You know, Spawn #1, a Venom cover that I just especially like. This is like my favorite Venom cover. It's quite fantastic. But anyway, then there's other things like Captain America #110, which is worth about $100. And that's the earliest X-Men comic I have, #58. This is the, you know, obviously the Death of Superman comic, which, you know, #75, which isn't worth anything, but one of my favorite covers of all time.
Lobo thinks it's funny.
Let's see, there's Batman Punisher, signed by the artist and the writer, I think. Here's an older Superman book that always cracks me up just because of Superman's dialogue. I've got to destroy this building, my life depends on it. Let's go back down for a minute. We've got Daredevil #181, which is probably one of the more famous Marvel covers. You know, Bullseye versus Elektra, one wins, one dies. And what else have we got? Infinity Gauntlet, as people know, is one of my favorite things. And then my big pride and joy is at the bottom two down here. Amazing Spider-Man #129, which of course is the first appearance of the Punisher.
And you've already seen in the video?
which Vince drools over every time he comes over.
You lucky.
That's also one of the comics I've had for the longest time. I don't know if I've told you that, Vince, but my dad actually bought me that back again when I was 12 or 13 when he owned flea markets, and then. This is this I got even earlier than that. This is Fantastic Four #20, which is probably not the comic worth the most in my collection, but is one of my personal favorites just because it's, in fact, I think the first appearance of Punisher is worth quite a bit more than it is now. But what's really cool about this is just that it's so early in an early run. You know what I mean? You know, getting #20 of something from the early days of Marvel was a really big deal when I got it, and anyway, so let's go ahead and go up the staircase.
Hey, it's Mr. Dorn.
Yeah, there's another one of my stand-ups. I've got 3 of these from Trek stand-ups. The other one is Captain Archer, which I don't actually have up anywhere, so you won't see it. It's out in the closet. And may I mention also at this point that there's lots of stuff in the collection that you won't see just because it's packed away, or or you know, it's out somewhere but not on the walls. So again, this is just kind of an overview, but we'll do some other collection videos at some point. And then this is really cool. The Enterprise D from Next Gen, obviously. The cool cutaway model. And I bought that for Sarah a few years back, and she wouldn't let me hang it because she really wanted to get a frame for it first. Anyway, that's really cool. This here actually I don't own. This Star Trek poster from the new movie is actually our buddy Brandon's. And did I tell you about this?
Yeah, you told me. You haven't told them.
Oh, no, I know. I didn't remember if I told you. But yeah, this is this actually belongs to Brandon, and Brandon has a friend who actually works for Paramount, and she got Brandon tickets to see the movie, I think, like a month before it came out, and he was like the luckiest person alive. And they only made a few of those. I mean, there's probably only a few hundred of those, maybe less. I don't remember. In fact, I'll have to make sure and ask him again because I don't remember exactly what the deal was with that. But that was an early promotion poster that only went to a few places, and it's really rare, and it's very cool to have it in my house, even though I don't own it. And eventually we'll have to give it back to Brandon, but he didn't have a place for it at his place, so he's like, well, I wanted to hang up somewhere, and it'll look good in your house. So I was like, awesome. Then we come into my office, and you'll actually see a couple of Star Trek clocks around.
Another clock!
Yeah, there's, again, clocks everywhere in this house. I've got 2 TOS clocks. That one is the ship, and then I've got another one downstairs that we probably missed. It's up high somewhere. Just over the kitchen, but it's got the cast of TOS on it.
He is the clock king.
Then we come into my office, which is packed full of stuff. that I just wanted to get up somewhere. And I don't know, I've always liked my office like this, just really dense with very little space between things on the walls. This is my space. In fact, when I lived by myself and I had a smaller apartment, all the walls looked like this. They were just covered up and stuff. Remember that, Vince?
Oh yeah.
And then, so we've got this corner, it's all Star Trek stuff. And these are not all of my Star Trek figures in packages, but there are a lot of them. And, what are you showing down there?
I don't know. I figured there might be some Star Trek stuff on there.
Oh, yeah, actually, mostly there's just Saturn games and stuff. But anyway, but yeah, most of the Trek stuff's up here, and, let's see, a couple signed things up here also, in fact. That's Garrett Wang from Voyager. That's his signature there. And then Ethan Phillips, who I met at the same time as I met Robert Picardo, who played Neelix, who was infinitely cooler than the character he played. And got a few Star Trek ships around the house, DS9 and the Defiant right here. And there were some more ships downstairs that you probably saw. The Pez dispensers that they put out when the movie came out. For years I was saying, it's not fair they did all the Star Wars Pez dispensers, why not Trek ones? And then, you know, they finally did that, so... That is the Trek novel collection, and as you probably know, if you have watched Ask the Trexperts, I'm not a big Trek novel person. You're probably looking at this and going, why does he have all those books? Of course, I have my weekly Star Trek club, and over the years, people have donated lots and lots of books to the club, and actually, there's some more that some people wanted to give me right now that I just don't have room for. But so we have lots of novels that we let people borrow in club, and people read them. I don't read a lot of them, but people do. And then I have my whole Trek reference library, which I'm actually really proud of. And you'll notice we have 4 copies of the Klingon Dictionary. I don't know how that happened. Again, over the years, people have given us stuff, but we've got fun stuff like the ethics of Star Trek and all the nitpickers guides and all the extra Klingon stuff, and then obviously the encyclopedia and the various series companions, and I have most of that kind of stuff that ever came out. There was a period of a good 7 or 8 years where stuff like that was just coming out like crazy, and then we've got some old magazines and stuff like that. Back behind you is where Vince and I do a lot of our G&Ns when we come over to my apartment. Some of them are done at my place, some of them are done at Vince's place, and you'll obviously recognize the backdrop, especially the big giant Spawn figure, which is my favorite figure that I own. Next to the Spawn figure is the Sam and Twitch that Vince got me for Christmas last year. We've got the Dark Knight Joker, which is another one of my favorite figures, actually. Really, really good detail, really awesome coat. I love stuff that has fabric. I don't know if you own anything with fabric, Vince, but...
No, I don't even have clothing made out of fabric. Just nothing. My carpet is entirely metal.
Then we've got this cool Venom, who I always thought his tongue was too long. It was the only thing I didn't like about that guy.
Well, get a knife and pare it down.
My little shrine to Batman. I've got lots more Batman stuff, but there's some of it. Here is a model of the 60s car, which I put together a long time ago. I hate model building, but I made an exception in this case. I need to dust this guy off. And then all my trades are down here. You'll notice that I don't have a real big trade collection. I have, they're actually not in order at the moment, but you know, this is a lot of my trades, and some more down here that I just haven't had a place to put yet. Got a lot of sci-fi novels and stuff behind there. These are all my recent new stuff, current books that I just haven't put on the shelves yet. And then I showed you the Star Trek reference stuff. This is all the comic book reference stuff. So I have the DC Encyclopedia, the Marvel Encyclopedia, and stuff like that. I've got other things like a whole book about supervillains and fun things like that. And then my comic book novels. Of course, I've recommended No Man's Land on the program and things like that. Oh, look! It's Christian Bale, 3 feet tall. When I got this for my brother for Christmas a few years ago. Actually, several years ago now. And he was like, "Look, it's my size Batman," and I wanted to beat him up. Because it's not a Barbie, it's Batman. Okay, and then...
I want to show them this real quick.
Yeah, right.
It's because it's neat.
Oh yeah, my tick. I had that actually in the video that I did about the tick with my stepdad. And then if you'll back off a little bit and just show my work area, this is where I edit all the videos, and this is just my workspace and how I live, basically. Got lots and lots of figures on the walls of other things. I got some Batman over here, some Spider-Man and Spawn and stuff right through here. I've got lots and lots of really cool comic book posters, some of which are up, some are not. I always like to try to put the Birds of Prey poster when I can, because I really like it. I've got a little bit of Watchmen stuff over here. And then finally we'll come back here for just a minute. How much time do we have, Vince?
About 5 minutes.
Okay, we'll come back here. We'll come back here for just a second. This is Jayson's room. This is my little guy's room, and of course he's just a baby, so he doesn't have a whole ton of his own stuff yet. I mean, he does have a lot of his own stuff, but we decorated it with some things that I already had because otherwise I didn't know where we were going to put it, and I thought it would make his room look really cool. So we anyway, a lot of my DC and Marvel figures are in here. All of several Lex Luthor and Superman and Batman stuff up there. Then we've got my my stuffed superheroes, which always cracks people up. And see, they look so much better in a kid's room, Vince, than they did in my old apartment. I got all this fun kid stuff that people now, they come in here and go, wow, this stuff's really cool. They used to go, why do you have this? I'm like, well, part of it is because I'm a pack rat and don't like to get rid of things, and part of it is because I knew someday I'd probably have a kid, and it would come in handy, and lo and behold, it has.
This, by the by,
yeah,
the ball that hit me in the face.
Oh, in basketball.
In basketball. Not an actual basketball or basketball, but
and these,
it functioned.
Oh, and these pillows, these Trek pillows, my wife and I actually made these. This is the Klingon symbol, and then this is the Starfleet insignia with a infinity symbol on it, because our Trek Club is called Trek Forever, so that's our logo. It has the infinity symbol on it. I don't know if I ever showed you that.
Yeah.
And then my wife did this, put all these stuffed animals up on this net, and yes, again, a lot of these are mine because I keep everything. So I have all these stuffed animals from when I was a kid, and then I procured more along the line, especially the superhero ones. But you'll see stuff from everything up here. Lots of Sesame Street and Sonic, and there's a Goomba, and the giant Spider-Man, and anyway, I think it looks really neat. And then, of course, being the geeks that we are, we've got Spider-Man sheets on Jason's bed, and actually, that wasn't our idea. My brother gave us that for when Jayson was born, but we love it. It's cool. And more figures up there. Really awesome Marvel poster, pretty famous at this point, although I always think this poster is really odd because it's obviously a whole bunch of different art styles taken from a whole bunch of different things, so it's very photoshopped, but, yeah. but I like it. Another clock. And then these guys up here, and then I've got a lot of these guys have fallen down, but I've got a lot of these large figures again that just aren't up right now. I have tons of out-of-package figures that just aren't being displayed anywhere, but again, I'll probably do a video on those at some point. Darth Tater, lots of kids' books and stuff, more comics, and then this is something I really like because, again, it's one of those things that nobody else has. It's the Ninja Turtles poster from the first movie, actually put into a wood block and made into a clock. That clock doesn't actually work right now. I need to put a different mechanism in it. But I bought that at a yard sale for like $5, and couldn't believe that somebody managed to make that. It's really quite cool. And then, obviously, we have things all over the house offset with the geeky stuff. You know, I showed you, I pointed out all the geeky stuff, but, you know, we've got lots of decorations of other things and stuff, and Sarah and I try to really offset our interests. And, of course, Sarah's really big into the geeky stuff also, but you know, we've got some other sorts of things. We've got some photography. Her dad's a photographer, and so we have some of his pictures up, and lots of other fun things that I'm just not mentioning at the moment because we're doing a, you know, geeky thing. But yeah. What?
We are almost out of time.
Okay, apparently we're almost out of time. So hey, thanks a lot for watching. And that is my place. That's my whole place. And besides our room, because you know you don't want to see that. And anyways, thanks a lot for watching. And we'll do more collection videos for you another time and show you comics.